Hello, boys and girls. Today we are working on lesson 129 in our Saxon math book. And the first thing we need to draw is a 109 millimeter line segment, which means it's going to be 10 centimeters and 9 lines after it. So 10 and 9 more, which is 1 away from 11. Measure this line segment using millimeters. So if I start at my 0 and I am measuring in millimeters, where would that be? What would that be? According to my calculations, it would be approximately 8 centimeters, but centimeters are worth 10 millimeters, so 8 tenths. Keith has 324 pennies. Mitchell has 269 pennies, and Willie has 185 pennies. How many pennies do the three boys have all together? All together tells us we're going to add or multiply, and for this one we don't have the word each or group, so we're going to add 324, 269, and 185. Now obviously you can just write in your margins and just multiply or add it out to find your sum. Let's try to use expanded form. We're going to first add our hundreds. 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals 6 hundredths. Now we're going to look at our tens. 2 plus 8 equals 10, plus 6 more would be 16 tens. And now all that's left is our ones, 4, 9, and 5. 5 plus 4 equals 9. 9 plus 9 equals 18. Now all we have to do is find that sum. Well, there's 600 plus 100 equals 700. There's 60 plus 10 equals 70. And there's 8 ones left over. So your answer should be 778 pennies. Now, of course, I can write pennies out. How many more pennies does Keith have than Willie? So we need to look at Keith. He has 324. The word many more means to subtract, and Willie has just 185. Do we want to try to do this mentally, or do we want to write it out? Well, that depends on you. We can always go over here and find our difference. I want to try to show you how to do this mentally. So if I add 5 to this, that makes this 19 tens, right? If I add 10 more, 19 plus 1 makes 20. Now 20 to 30 would be 1 more. So now all we have left is this 24. So 24 plus 115 would equal 139. So my answer would be 139 pennies is the difference. 139 pennies. Curtis gave the clerk $1 for a 73-cent marker. How much change did he receive? Once more, 3 plus 7 equals 10, so that would make it 80. And then I just need 20 more to make 100. So my answer would be 27 cents. Carol's family ate 1 1/4 of the cakes. How much cake is left? Well, there's 2 wholes, and 1, 2, 3 out of 4. 2 3/4 cakes are left. Find each answer. I'm breaking this into expanded form. So I'm going to do 4 times 3,000, 4 times 800, 4 times 2. So 4 times 3 is 12, and it's in the thousands place. 4 times 8 is 32, and it's in the hundreds place. So I cannot forget my hundreds. 4 times 0 is nothing, so I don't even have to worry about that. And then 4 times 2 is 8. So if I'm just adding my thousands place, 12 plus 3 equals 15,208. 15,208. Now, I can write this in expanded form. That would be 100 plus 40 plus 3. However, I can also do it the more traditional way. So this is up to you, whichever one you prefer. 7 times 3 is 21. So I can have my 1 and carry my 2, or I can just write 21 on the bottom. 7 plus 4 is 28, and it's in the tens place. So I need to keep that placeholder. 7 times 1 is 7, but it's not just 7, it's 7 hundredths. And then all I have to do is add up. 2 plus 8 is 10. I carry my 1. 1 plus 2 plus 7 would be 10. So my answer is 1001. How many times does 3 go into 88? We haven't done that. 3 times 10? Oh, 3 times 10 is 30. That's nowhere near 88. What do I do? Well, what I do is I just do the first portion. How many times does 3 go into 8? 3, 6, 9. 9 is higher than 8, so you bust. So 3 times 2 equals 6. So 8 take away 6 is 2. But it's not just 2, it's 2 tens. Now what we show is you drop down that 8 because you really have 28 left. So what you have really done is taken 80 cut it into thirds and said, well, you can get 2 in each of these. That's right. 2 tens, right? 20 or 40, 60. So we're at 60 right now. But we need to get to 88. So we have 28 more to go. How many times does 3 go into 28? Well, I know that 3 times 4 is 12, so that's way off. So let's do 3 times 9. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 9 equals 27. And I have 1 left over. So I have a remainder of 1. How would that look on this picture? Well, 20 plus 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now let's count this up. 9, 18, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87. But I have 1 all by itself left over. So that is your remainder. Can 5 go into 92? Well, yes, but not in your tens place. You can't say 5 times 90, 5 to go into 90, not easily. So let's just think about looking at those tens places. How many times can 5 go into 9 without going over it? 5 times 1 equals 5. 5 times 2 equals 10, so that's too much. So I have 50 right here. 90, take away 50 would be 40. If I was to show this in a bar graph, if I cut this into fifths, so I need to draw 4 lines, and I'm trying to break down 90. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I went on, I would go 60, 70, 80, 90, and I wouldn't be able to fill in this last one. And the key is these all have to be equal. So you'll notice that I have 40 left over. So this is worth 40. And I have 42 left over because I can't forget this 2 up here. So I need to break 42 into fifths. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do that. And I can make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is slow and tedious, right? You don't want to make a huge, you don't want to draw 42 X's, right? I don't want to draw 42 X's. That's why you want to know your multiplication and your division facts. So what is 42 divided by 5? Well, I know that 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 8 is 40. And I just have a remainder of 2. So my answer would be 18 remainder 2. And if I saw this in a picture graph, I would have, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I got a little excited. That one doesn't work. Don't do that one. In each of these, there would be 1, 10, and 8 ones. And then off to the side, you would have 2 little ones that had nothing. They were like, I'm all left out because I can't have 18 more in my box. Okay? So this is 18 remainder 2. Find the answers. Now when we are adding and subtracting fractions, you need to make sure that your denominators are the same. In this problem, my denominators are the same, which makes this very easy. 7 minus 5 is 2 twelfths. Let's illustrate that. So I have a bar. I cut it into twelfths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's put it over here. 11. Okay, so if I draw 11 lines, that makes 12. And I need to have 7 colored in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'm going to get rid of 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all that's left is 2 out of 12. Now the question with these are, do you want to do them mentally or do you want to write them up and down? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do them in expanded form. So I'm going to look at my 400s first. And there's nothing over here, so 400 plus, now I look at my tens. 6 plus 7 is 13, and it's in the tens place. 2 plus 5 would be 7 in the tens place, or the ones place. 9 plus 3 equals 12 in the tenths place. 3 plus 5 would be 8 in the hundredths place. Now I just add these up. 400 plus 100 equals 500. 30, because there's only a 3 in the 10 spots. There's a 7 and a 1 in the ones place, so it'd be 8. And 28 hundredths. So my answer should be 538 and 28 hundredths. Once again, you can do this up and down if you want. This is actually, it looks like it's much harder. So 700 minus 251 takes 9 to make it 60 or 26, and it would take 4 to make it 30. 26 plus 4 equals 30. So now we're at 300 and 700. 700 take away 400 equals 300. So my answer would be 449. And that concludes today's lesson.